It's time to talk about the 2026 Royal Rumble from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This is the official Royal Rumble coverage, review, results, analysis on the Wrestling Takeover podcast, the most creative and honest podcast in the space. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Got a lot to talk about.
Welcome to...
You're listening to the Wrestling Takeover.
What is your name?
With your host, Jordan Turner, who's always going to keep it real.
Come on, King.
Inside and outside the ring.
Let me make myself clear. He's got the fans behind him, King.
It's time to take over, King.
Are you ready? He's all fired up now, King. The Takeover.
Let's go.
Yo. What's good, everybody? The realest. Welcome, everybody, to the Wrestling Takeover podcast. This is the most creative and honest wrestling podcast in the space. I'm your host, Jordan Turner. This is the Royal Rumble coverage. And I'm going to give you guys my unadulterated, honest opinions about the Royal Rumble today. I hope you guys are ready for it. There's a lot of things that I want to get off my chest, okay? In regards to the pay-per-view tonight, the Royal Rumble, the two Rumble matches, I want to start off by saying this to each and every one of you guys, because I'm going to break it down the best way that I know how. The two Royal Rumble winners are people that I have been saying for several weeks now leading into the Royal Rumble, the possibilities, the storylines after the Royal Rumble, what could happen after the Royal Rumble, what's going to happen at WrestleMania, picking and choosing and pick-a-parking of WrestleMania. And at the end of the day, the winners that we got, which was Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns, two winners that it made sense, predictable. Of course, it was predictable. Predictable is not bad, though. Now, to each their own, you guys might think that this predictability is bad, and that's okay. To each their own. But I'm going to be up here right now giving you guys my opinions on what I thought was a disappointing Royal Rumble. I am not disappointed in the winners. I want to make that abundantly clear. I don't know why I would be disappointed with the winners that I actually chose. I chose Roman Reigns. I chose Liv Morgan. And they won tonight. I'm not tripping about that. The men's Royal Rumble was better than the women's Royal Rumble. Okay? AJ Styles and Gunther. I ain't ready for that nigga to retire yet, bro, and leave WWE, but we going to get to it. I'm going to break that down as well. I'm going to also be breaking down Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. So, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening to this podcast on Apple Podcast or Spotify, Google Play, please rate the podcast 5 stars. I would really appreciate it. Also, leave me a 5-star rating as well. That would really mean a lot. And for y'all, the family on YouTube, man, I appreciate everybody tapping in, listening to your boy on the audio platforms, of course, but most importantly, listening to it on YouTube. Y'all want to go subscribe. This is the best podcast, WWE talk. I bring you the realest. I bring you the honesty. I bring you the passion, the knowledge, the creativity. I bring it all to you guys every time I talk about WWE. If y'all want to listen to the most realest wrestling talk that talks all things WWE, tap in on YouTube, youtube.com/JTTakeover. Press that subscribe button. Turn on all notifications so you guys don't miss any upcoming videos, because I got a lot of videos coming up. We're going to be breaking down WrestleMania. I wanted to wait until after the Royal Rumble to be breaking that down. We're going to be breaking that down. Different possible little scenarios that I'm going to be bringing up in different separate videos. And also the state of WWE, we're going to be breaking everything down, man, as we get closer to WrestleMania. So tap in with your boy on YouTube and press that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. If you guys don't like somebody who is brutally honest, then this isn't the show for you. I bring the honesty, okay? But I bring that different level of respect, right? When I talk about, WWE, right? When I talk about a professional wrestling. At the end of the day, it's just pro wrestling. It's not that serious. You guys might not agree with my opinions. You guys might actually agree with my opinions. At the end of the day, it's my opinions. I'm going to feel how I feel. Y'all are going to feel how y'all feel. You feel me? And at the end of the day, it is what it is. All right? We're going to agree to disagree. I had to say all that to get into the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble. We're going to start off there. We are going to start at the Women's Royal Rumble. I have all my notes here. I have all my notes ready to go. All right. The only return that we got was Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton returned tonight. Really excited to see her back. I was pumped. I was giddy. It was really, really cool to see Tiffany Stratton coming back to the WWE. She is very, very much missed. So I want to start off there. Tiffany Stratton coming back was great. She was a part of the final 3 women, along with herself, Liv Morgan, the eventual winner, and Sol Ruca. Sol Ruca in this prime position is going to be a future top star for the women's division moving forward. I want to also shout out not just Sol Ruca, but I also want to shout out Lash Legend. Had a killer performance today. Another future piece of the women's division. So shout out to Lash Legend. And I also want to shout out Kiana James, man. Kiana James had a really good performance tonight. At the Royal Rumble, she did her thing. She thugged it out. She had a good performance. So shout out to Lash Legend, Sol Ruca, and Kiana James. Really having good performances in the Women's Royal Rumble. Let's get into what we really need to get into. The 2 elephants in the room. The 2 elephants in the room. We're going to start off with the first elephant in the room. Becky Lynch. Now, Becky Lynch was in the Women's Royal Rumble, but this has nothing to do with Becky Lynch. Well, she's a part of it, but she's not the topic. It's AJ Lee. So, WWE, where was AJ Lee tonight? Where was AJ Lee? Did she not want to be a part of the Women's Royal Rumble? Did she not want to go to Saudi Arabia? What happened? What happened? That's very confusing to me because I just, as a fan, was, all right, how are we going to get to Becky Lynch and AJ Lee for WrestleMania? Oh, yeah. AJ Lee can eliminate Becky Lynch or vice versa. Becky Lynch eliminate AJ Lee in the Women's Royal Rumble. And they can do a tit for tat, start brawling, and we start there. That can be the first start for their eventual match, which out of all the WrestleMania matches, that one is the only one that I believe is confirmed to be happening at WrestleMania, Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. But AJ Lee wasn't there. So I was confused. In my mind, just like everybody else, number 29 and number 30. I thought 29 was going to be AJ Lee. It wasn't AJ Lee. It was Brie Bella. Cool. God bless Brie Bella. The Bella twins appearing, doing their thing. God bless them. Cool. I'm not tripping on that. But seeing Brie Bella, I was like, 29. I'm like, okay, so it could either be one or two women on number 30. AJ Lee or Bianca Belair. It was none of those women. I believe it was Tiffany Stratton, who was number 30. I have no problem with Tiffany Stratton. That's not my frustration or concern, I would say. Not seeing AJ Lee was very alarming to me. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. It was very alarming not seeing her. Cool. It is what it is. But nigga, like, okay. We gotta start having these conversations. And I've seen people just bring up and just start talking. Right? No validity, just talking. Just giving their opinion. And that's cool. That's fine. I'm gonna give my opinion. Because I'm confused. Just like everybody else is confused. Yo, Bianca Belair, where you at? Where you at? You are sorely missed. We miss you. You need to come back. I don't know what's going on with Bianca Belair, and I'm kind of concerned. Does WWE not have any plans for Bianca Belair? Is WWE really saving Bianca Belair for maybe something later on as we get close to WrestleMania? Because I do feel we are going to get Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. I do believe that. I might be wrong. Jade Cargill might face somebody else. I don't know. But I thought Bianca Belair was going to come out tonight. I thought Bianca Belair was going to appear and be a part of the Women's Royal Rumble. And we didn't get that. That's concerning. That was a concern to everybody in the IWC. We were all confused. And number two, we were all concerned. Yo, where's Bianca Belair? What's going on? I'm not going to speculate. That's none of my business. And that's none of your guys' business either. We don't know what's going on. It is what it is. But Bianca Belair not appearing in the Women's Royal Rumble is concerning. It is definitely concerning. We didn't really get any surprises outside of Tiffany Stratton and a few NXT call-ups. It is what it is in the Women's Royal Rumble. Lash Legend had a great performance tonight. And I thought her performance was really, really good. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss being 1 and 2 in the Women's Royal Rumble, I did like that. I really liked that. I thought that was really, really cool. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, these women kept getting eliminated. And as we got closer and closer, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, yo, Liv Morgan really is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble. And that's exactly what happened tonight. But the most important thing that I do want to bring up, and I'm going to be fantasy booking it for a couple minutes. Liv Morgan won the Women's Royal Rumble tonight. That is great. That's cool. I'm not sweating that. Yo, Liv Morgan eliminated Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. She said, fuck y'all. I know we teammates. I know we family. I don't give a fuck. This is the Royal Rumble. You feel me? I'm trying to win this shit. I'm trying to win the Royal Rumble, and I'm trying to go on to face either Stephanie Valkyr or Jade Cargill at WrestleMania, right? The look on Raquel Rodriguez's face and Roxanne Perez's face when they got eliminated. I believe it was both by Liv Morgan. Yo, that shit was crazy. And WWE, you have a real opportunity on your hands. And I actually tweeted it out. If you guys want to go follow me on Twitter, I appreciate it if you guys do that. I'm on Twitter at JT Takeover. I tweeted this exact thing, and I actually have it right here in front of me. I put out, Triple H, can you imagine this creative idea for WrestleMania? This would be something different. This would be very creative of a move. I doubt you do this, but I hope this is something that you do consider doing. So pretty much what I ran down is this. Liv Morgan is going to WrestleMania. I presume she is going to be facing Stephanie Valkyr for the Women's World title. Cool. We have Roxanne Perez and we have Raquel Rodriguez right by Liv Morgan. supporting Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan is not going to win that match, though. I would have Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez turn on Liv Morgan and cost her the women's world title because of what Liv Morgan did, being selfish. And well, then again, it makes sense. Every woman for themselves, but they're not going to see it that way. We're supposed to be a family. You know what I mean? So Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez turn on Liv Morgan and cost Liv Morgan the Women's World Championship. And then post Monday Night Raw, post WrestleMania, we could see the implosion of Judgment Day, where Finn Balor and Liv Morgan get kicked out of Judgment Day. Maybe we do it, regarding Finn Balor before WrestleMania. I don't know. But with Liv Morgan, I would do that at WrestleMania. I would have Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez and build their frustration out on what happened at the Royal Rumble and cost Liv Morgan the Women's Championship. On Monday Night Raw, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez kick Liv Morgan out of Judgment Day. Let me know how y'all feeling about that creative idea. That is not happening. I do see Liv Morgan winning the world title and beating Stephanie Valkyrie, but we'll see what happens. I thought about that. I thought that would be a really cool, creative idea to do going forward. But the Women's Royal Rumble, it really was not getting into its next gear towards the end of the show or towards the end of the match. And that's a negative for me. That is a negative for me. Okay. Overall, the Royal Rumble, though, the grade, before I forget, I'm giving the Royal Rumble a grade of a C. It was not that good of a Royal Rumble. The Women's Royal Rumble was very disappointing on several avenues. Number one, I know this is slim pickings, but this also happened in the Men's Rumble too. But I really mainly want to focus on the Women's Royal Rumble here with this specific thing that I want to talk about. Yo, when these women came out, you did not know who was who. I'm going to be straight up with you. You did not know who these people were. Okay? For the most part. Okay? One example. When Jordan Grace came out, I knew it was Jordan Grace because she popped up on the Titantron. But her theme song, I'm mainly talking about theme songs for these women. They're terrible. They're terrible. I'm sorry. They're not good. Their theme songs, majority of them, they suck. Number two, most of these women, and this is so sad, but I have to bring this up. If I don't bring this up, I'm not doing my job as being an analyst and critiquing it the best way that I can. And I'm not being genuine and honest with you guys. I love to keep it respectful, as I always do, but I'm always going to be honest with you guys. Nobody didn't know half of these women that came out. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. Most of these fans in the arena tonight did not pop for majority of the women in the Women's Royal Rumble. We got to talk about it. That's a negative to me. As a viewer watching, I know who these people are. But the people in the arena really not knowing who these individuals are because of their theme song. And also, maybe they just straight up just didn't know who these women were. A period, right? That was alarming and that was concerning to me. Rhea Ripley popped up. They knew who she was. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, a Bayley. Like, they knew who they were. Io, Asuka. But majority of the women also, too, that really are having been there for so long, yo, they still feel like jobbers, nigga. They still feel like they don't get a respectable reaction. Kairi Sane came out, bro. She didn't get no reaction. Raquel Rodriguez came out. She did not get no reaction. And they've been there for so long, and they didn't get no reaction. What does that tell you? It's the pecking order here. Brie Bella returned and got a pop. Nikki Bella got a pop. You got a reaction. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, we know they're the top tier. Liv Morgan, top tier. Alexa Bliss, top tier. Charlotte Flair, top tier. Bayley, top tier. They got reactions. These other women really didn't get any type of reaction. And that's concerning. That's concerning. That was a negative for the Women's Royal Rumble. A lot of it was just, it just was there. I think that's the best terminology that I can give you guys. For the most part, the Women's Royal Rumble was just there. I'm watching it at home. I'm bored out of my damn mind. I'm bored out of my mind, bro. Like I said, if y'all don't like somebody who is real and just honest, respectfully, y'all can go listen to somebody else. It's okay. It is what it is. Towards the end of the Women's Royal Rumble is where it got good. Okay? It ended off very, very strong. It ended up very, very strongly, right? Towards the end. But in the beginning, in the middle, it was not good. And to mention that we didn't even get AJ Lee, and we didn't get Bianca Belair, very disappointing. Women's Royal Rumble. I'm going to say it. My opinion. This was one of the worst Women's Royal Rumbles of all time. Of all time. I don't know why these fans in Saudi Arabia don't really cheer for the women. They did to the ones that are superstars. They did. But majority of them, they didn't care. They didn't care. And that's concerning. I want to make this last point before I move on. Natty. Yeah, not Natalia. Natty. New theme song. A mouthpiece. I mean, somebody in WWE finally listened. They finally listened. I mean, like, we've been saying this shit on this show, and fans in general have been saying that we need this MMA, a pro wrestler Natty. We need that shit, the grappler Natty. And we got it. It was one of the highlights for me personally of the whole match. This is the Natalia I want to see. This is the Natalia that I give a fuck about. This is the Natalia that I'm going to be investing my time into. This is the Natalia that people have been wanting to see. Let's see where it goes. She can easily win a women's intercontinental championship. No doubt about it. She can easily win that title. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see where the momentum goes. Her theme song is killer. And let's see where it goes, man. I'm a big fan of this version of Natalia, man. And I can't wait to see what Natty does. The winner was Liv Morgan. It was predictable. Predictable is not bad. The ending was great with Sol Ruka. The future is so bright for Sol Ruka, man. Kiani James, another future piece. She's a killer. A Lash legend thrived in this match as well. So 3 new stars potentially shined here. Julie had a great moment with Io and Asuka. That was a cool moment. Yeah, the future is very bright for some of these women, man. But overall, it was a thumbs down match. It was a thumbs down match. I'm sorry. I know the end was somewhat solid, but overall, it was a thumbs down match. Very, very disappointed with what happened in the Women's Royal Rumble. Very disappointing. Let's go to a match. Let's go and have this conversation. AJ Styles and Gunther. This match was very, very good. This was a thumbs up match. I also want to point out, I understand it. I get it. And it's something that I, as a fan, I have to accept. There are people who just don't vibe with Gunther. I know them personally. There are people that don't vibe with Gunther, that don't care about Gunther. They're not a fan of Gunther. And I got to accept that it is what it is. I ain't tripping. I ain't sweating it. I don't give a fuck if you're a fan of him or not. That don't bother me. I'm a fan, though. I love Gunther. Always. Ever since his days on WWE NXT UK. Always been a diehard fan of Gunther. That ain't never gonna change. He just retired AJ Styles in WWE. AJ Styles' WWE career is over. I want to get to the Gunther part, and then I'm going to transfer to AJ Styles. Gunther is one of the most realest wrestlers, not only in WWE, but in professional wrestling. This dude can fight. He beat the fuck. Like, I'm watching. I'm just like, every shot that AJ Styles took, I'm like, fuck, this nigga is getting smoked. Gunther beat the hell out of AJ Styles tonight. Beat his ass. AJ took it and took it and took it until he went to sleep. He didn't tap out. He went to sleep. Gunther is one of the best pro wrestlers, not just in WWE, but one of the best pro wrestlers in the world today. Undisputed. No doubt about it. You don't have to be a fan of Gunther. That's cool. Fine. You cannot not put respect on Gunther. You can't. You're watching the match. You know he's good. You just don't want to say it. It is what it is. It's fine. Gunther's one of the best in the world. Gunther's incredible. And I would appreciate if y'all just, who aren't fans of him, give him a little bit more appreciation. Let's talk about AJ Styles now. AJ Styles' WWE career. WWE career. Not wrestling career. WWE career is over. Now, I'm not AJ Styles. I'm here as a fan of AJ Styles. I'm here as a WWE fan. And most importantly, I'm here as a wrestling fan to give you guys my opinion, okay, from what I see, all right, and from what I'm fantasy in the future and seeing what's going to happen. AJ Styles can absolutely retire right now and not be in any wrestling promotion. He can ride off into the sunset for real and retire and be gone. This really felt abrupt. It really felt like, yo, this is really happening. This dude is really about to retire. It didn't feel real. It didn't feel real. The crowd, the fans in Saudi Arabia, when AJ Styles, not only, number one, when AJ Styles came out, I had chills. The crowd went crazy. The crowd went crazy for AJ Styles. When AJ Styles was taking off the gloves, you listen to the fan base in Saudi Arabia chanting, no, please no, don't take him off, because they knew what was about to happen. He was about to take off the gloves, and he was about to place him in the middle of the ring. He took them off, and he held them, just looking at him. And he kept looking at him, and he put them back on. And he was celebrating. I'm like, yeah, bro, don't take those off and put in the ring, bro. Hell nah. Celebrate. Celebrate. AJ Styles in WWE world. Okay? WWE world. Okay? WWE AJ Styles Had an amazing career. Was it a Hall of Fame career? I would say yeah. Was there a lot of what ifs in AJ Styles' WWE career? Yes. There's a lot of things that I wish AJ Styles did in WWE that he didn't do. A lot more championships that I wanted him to win that, he didn't really accomplish, but he did at the same time. When it comes to in-ring performers in WWE history, in-ring when the bell rings, that's all I'm talking about here. AJ Styles is in the top 5. Top 10, of course, but top 5 for me, personally. He's one of the greatest in-ring performers of our generation. He's one of the greatest in-ring performers in WWE history. When that bell rings, you know you're going to get a classic with AJ Styles. And if you don't, you, the opponent, you fucked up. Not AJ Styles. Now, let's talk about the aftermath of AJ Styles. And then I'm going to get to Gunther, because I completely forgot to mention something. There's a lot of talk. And I'm going to spew it right now because I'm going to be honest. I kind of felt this way when I was watching this match. And especially towards the end there. I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but I am. Something tells me that AJ Styles is not done wrestling yet. He's done in WWE, but he's not done wrestling in professional wrestling. He's not. I feel this man's going to be appearing in TNA. I feel he's going to go back home to where it all started in TNA. I also feel he's going to wrestle in AEW. Now, I don't know how he's going to do it, if he's going to choose one over the other. I'm just talking here. I can't imagine AJ Styles wrestling a couple matches in TNA and wrestling his last match in TNA and then going to AEW. I could see that happening. I could see him making appearances in New Japan, pro wrestling. I could see that as well. I do see AJ Styles wrestling in TNA, and I also see him wrestling in AEW. These are conversations that we need to have. These are conversations that I want to bring up. Because if I do not bring these up, I'm not doing my job. I'm not doing my job. I do see him wrestling in TNA. I could see him winning the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. I could see him wrestling in AEW as well. Gunther. Gunther is the modern day legend killer. He took out John Cena. He took out AJ Styles. He's going to take out Brock Lesnar as well. I don't know if this is going to happen at WrestleMania, but I heard that Brock Lesnar might be retiring in Minneapolis, Minnesota, SummerSlam this year. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there. Brock's last match against Gunther, and Gunther retires of Brock Lesnar. Because I do see Brock Lesnar competing on that show. They could also do it at WrestleMania. A lot of people are saying. This was a fun match. This was a very emotional match, especially towards the end. And I really just love the way that WWE has been presenting Gunther as this modern day legend killer. Retiring John Cena. Retiring AJ Styles. Is he going to retire Randy Orton? Is he going to retire Chris Jericho? We don't know what's going on with Chris Jericho. Will he appear in WWE? We don't know. But he's an option if he does appear. Is his retirement going to go through Brock Lesnar as well and retire Brock Lesnar? I don't know. It's something to talk about. And we got to bring it to the table. I don't know, man. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens with Gunther moving forward. Who is he going to go one-on-one with at WrestleMania? And is AJ Styles really done in professional wrestling? He's done in WWE, but is he really done with professional wrestling? And if not, does he show up in TNA? Does he show up in AEW? It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with AJ Styles moving forward. So it's going to be interesting. Let's move on. Hopefully, guys have been enjoying my Royal Rumble 2026 review analysis and my honest opinions about the pay-per-view tonight. A lot of commercials, man. A lot of commercials, as usual. I don't know about you guys. I assume so. Royal Rumble was buffering quite a bit today. Quite a bit. So ESPN, Sports Center, whatever, y'all got to fix that. Y'all got to fix that because it was buffering a lot during tonight's or today's a Premier Live event. Let's move on. Let's talk about a match that, honestly, I didn't care for. A match that I was paying attention, but I wasn't at the same time. Even though I will say this, Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn put on one hell of a match tonight. Drew McIntyre was the correct winner here. Absolutely. Drew McIntyre was the correct winner. I'm going to now say something that has been on my mind for quite some time now. And I felt that this platform on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and this podcast presentation was the right destination and the right show for me to talk about what I'm about to talk about right now. I do not care. I am not a fan of this underdog from the underground persona of Sami Zayn. I'm fucking over it. I'm over it. It's boring to me. It's nonchalant. I get it. He's the underdog from the underground. I get it. Cool. Whatever. It's fucking boring now. And I'm over it. When he comes out, he doesn't feel special to me. The Sammy Uso run was great. The underdog from the underground years ago from OG NXT, if you know, you know. That Sami Zayn was cool. But when you constantly see them continuously doing the underdog from the underground, fight against the odds in the match, okay, it is what it is. But when you keep repeatedly seeing it over and over and over and over and over again, you become numb to it. It becomes boring. It becomes saturated. I'm over this character. I think he really needs to come up with a new character, a persona. I don't think he's going to do that because he is over as fuck with this underdog from the underground persona. It's just not for me, respectfully. I'm a fan of Sami Zayn. I like Sami Zayn. I don't love Sami Zayn. He's not one of my favorites. Absolutely not. I will forever choose Kevin Owens over Sami Zayn, but that's not the conversation. It's just that this character, I'm not into. I'm going to leave it at that. This match was great, though. The right winner was made here. Drew McIntyre will be rolling into WrestleMania as the champion. Who will he face? Only time will tell. But this was a fun match. I thought it was great. The announce table spot looked brutal. Sami Zayn selling it big time, even though he looked legitimately hurt. It was a great spot. Drew McIntyre said, nah, fuck this. I'm not winning via count out. I'm putting him back in the ring, and I'm going to Claymore this motherfucker. And that's exactly what happened. It was great. Some false finishes. Really good match. But Drew McIntyre was the correct winner here. Let me know how y'all thought about that match and just all the other matches that took place tonight. Let's talk about the men's Royal Rumble. I'm honestly not going to take much of your guys' time with this. Honestly. The men's Royal Rumble was better than the women's Royal Rumble. We know and understand that. Cool. Yo, that Jey Uso entrance. I'm going to say this in the most nicest way possible. It's so annoying. Like, he came out, then Roman came out, and they replayed the entrance again. When Brock Lesnar got eliminated, they replayed the entrance music. Jey Uso, his music, I cannot stand anymore. I can't stand it. Is what it is. WWE tonight. The Men's Royal Rumble was very, very fun. Some interesting developments, though. We got to start with the first. Obafemi. This nigga is a monster. A straight monster. A killer. WWE. You created a new star with Obafemi. Amazing. Congratulations. We were waiting for that stare down between Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. You kept pushing it and pushing it off and pushing it off. Brock Lesnar eliminated Obafemi from the Royal Rumble. That was kind of crazy. That was ballsy. I thought it was going to be the other way around, where Obafemi eliminated Brock Lesnar, and then that's when we were going to get our eventual match between the two guys at WrestleMania. I do believe we're going to get Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, because I'm telling you right now, Obafemi better be on that card. And as for Brock Lesnar, there's no other opponent than Obafemi. So Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar needs to be the plan for WrestleMania. Point blank, period. All right? Braun Breaker drew number 2 in the Men's Royal Rumble. Paul Heyman earlier went to Adam Pearce, talking to him, letting him know, like, yo, what the fuck? Why is Braun Breaker drawing number 2? And Adam Pearce is like, he didn't draw number 1, but Paul Heyman was letting him know, like, yo, it don't matter if he's 1 or 2. It's like drawing number 1. Just schooling Adam Pearce with it. It don't matter if you draw number 2. It's like drawing number 1. It's the same thing. So Paul Heyman was correct on that. That leads into the story of Braun Breaker drawing number 2. Bro, Braun Breaker was not in that ring for long at all. He got curb stomped by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins returned tonight to curb stomp Braun Breaker. That is your WrestleMania 42 match in Las Vegas. Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. And I'm okay with that. That's a match that I and a lot of people have brought up in conversation. That's going to be the match for WrestleMania. That makes the most sense, and I'm cool with it. Another thing, like I said, Obafemi created a new superstar with them. Javon Evans created a new star. Trick Williams, he had a decent performance tonight. Where was Carmelo Hayes? I don't know. Gunther was part of the final 2 with Roman Reigns. That was interesting. And again, it just shows how much love that Triple H has for someone like Gunther. He will forever protect Gunther. I feel that is somebody that Triple H is going to forever protect. Forever protect that man is Gunther. And I'm cool with it because I love Gunther. And if you don't, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You can like who you like. Is what it is. It ain't that serious. It's just pro wrestling. Now, because I started laughing my ass off, bro. Somebody in WWE don't like LA Knight, man. Somebody in WWE does not like LA Knight, bro. That man win the ring. Not only over 30 minutes, that boy got eliminated. I'm dead. And when he got eliminated, I started laughing. Logan Paul was a part of the Final Four, but not LA Knight. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's crazy. Somebody don't like LA Knight. Somebody don't like him. They might deny it with the woo. No, somebody don't like him. It is what it is. Triple H probably does not like LA Knight, bro. He don't like LA Knight, man. I don't know. But when he got eliminated, I started dying of laughter, bro. Just the way he got eliminated. He looked incredibly frustrated. It was just hilarious. No cap. Love LA Knight. Salute to you, man. But I don't know. It's looking spooky for you. Roman Reigns and Gunther were the final two. Let's get back down to business. Roman Reigns and Gunther were the final two. And Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre is the champion. CM Punk is the champion. It looks like we are moving Seth Rollins in a new direction. He will be facing Braun Breaker at WrestleMania in a one-on-one match. Plans clearly have changed. In like real time, you can see it. Plans changed. I don't know what Roman Reigns does at WrestleMania. I'm going to assume that he is going to go one-on-one with CM Punk for the world title. Roman Reigns is going to go after the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, what happens with Cody Rhodes? What about Randy Orton? I don't know. I'm just going to throw this out there as a possibility. I know the rumor is it's going to be Jacob Fatu, it's going to be Drew McIntyre, and it's going to be Cody Rhodes in a triple threat match at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. I'm cool with that. It is what it is. By the way, that is not a night 1 or night 2 main event. I'm going to throw that out there right now. What if they add Randy Orton to this match? He has history with Cody Rhodes. He has history with Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. What if they add Randy Orton and make it a fatal four-way match? Maybe make it an elimination fatal four-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. For the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Because I do believe we are getting Roman Reigns and CM Punk at WrestleMania. I do believe we're getting that match. And then Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. And then what about Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre in a fatal four-way match for the WWE Championship? Something to think about. Overall, Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble tonight. The grade that I am still giving WWE tonight is I'm giving them a C-. I heard people giving them an F or D, a D+, or even a C. I'm giving them a C-. This was one of the worst Royal Rumbles in recent memory. But it was a fine Royal Rumble. Now, the returns that we didn't see really hindered Royal Rumble from being really, really good tonight, especially in the Women's Royal Rumble. We expected more. We didn't get it. We are now on the road to WrestleMania. This is now directed to Triple H. All fun and games and that shit. Every TV from this moment forward should be important. Raw, SmackDown, even NXT should be important. It should be valuable. Every match on WrestleMania, and I'm going to keep bringing this up until we get to WrestleMania. Every match on WrestleMania needs to be important. Every match on WrestleMania needs to have value, and it needs to have meaning. Let me know how y'all thought about the Royal Rumble tonight, man. Please spread the word of the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/JT Takeover. Turn on all notifications and follow me on social media on Instagram at the Wrestling Takeover and on Twitter at JT Takeover. Man, I appreciate all the love and support. Bless y'all. Y'all be safe out there, man. Y'all be safe out there. And WWE, get it together, man, creatively. Start creating new stars. Because, by the way, I heard what Roman Reigns said on the Pat McAfee show. Let me tell y'all something right now before I really get out of here. I know Roman Reigns is mostly in character. But at the end of the day, was he really wrong? Was he really wrong? I don't think he was. WWE, create more new stars. There's pressure on y'all. Because a lot of these legends are leaving. They're retiring. Y'all got to start creating new stars now. I'll see y'all next time on another video. This is the Wrestling Takeover Podcast, the most creative and honest wrestling podcast in the space. Much love to y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.